on the go, or taking a minute to breathe, we've got real tips, good conversations, and weekly check-ins to help you live well without losing your city pace. Are you ready? Let's get to it.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you again for tuning to another segment of INCRadio New York, or How You Doing, or INCRadio How You Doing. Sorry, I'm getting used to this new rebranded that we have done.
And it's welcome to How You Doing, brought to you by INCRadio New York Satellite Studio.
There we go. Anyways, good morning to everyone, and good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. Briefly, we will explain why this program is here. We're here to talk about health and wellness in real and practical ways to fit in everyday life. And today we'll be checking out highlight today's big ideas is health isn't a box to check, it is a lifestyle. And how is everyone doing today?
We're doing okay. Well, I'm doing okay.
Stressed.
Yes, it is unusual for us. Yes, go ahead, brother Christian. How is the weather up there?
Oh, the weather here is it's sunny, it's nice, but it's been a stressful week. 2 weeks. We're pushing through.
It's okay. It's always been a stressful week for everyone, but we'll get through it. What is happening in our show today, Sister Mika? What is on the docket on what's happening with our show today in terms of what is in the new broadcast that we've been having? I know last week we relaunched our show to How You Doing? We're no longer INCRadio New York, so my mistake. And we're How You Doing now. So get it together, everybody, for our listeners and live viewers. It's How You Doing?
Well, yeah, get it together, Lance. There's a lot. We have a lot slated for everyone today. We're so excited. I don't know if you remember the different segments that we spoke about last week, right? We're going to have a segment where you can win some prizes. We're going to have a segment where you can represent your local congregation, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Of course, our main topic, we'll talk about the different activities coming up in the district, and a chance for you to show us how you were implementing the things that we learn here on How You Do It. So, what's our question of the day, Lance?
What is our question of the day? The question of the day is, what's one small thing you do every day that helps you feel a little healthier? So again, what's one small thing you do every day that helps you feel a little healthier? So give us some tips to our YouTube live box and YouTube live chat on what's one small thing that you do every day that helps you feel a little healthier. I don't know. What's one small thing that you do that you feel a little healthier and a little bit more moving up and down?
I've been making a lot of good changes to my lifestyle recently, which I'm very proud of, which we can talk about later on. But when you comment, please make sure not to use any more hashtags. We are done with that. Instead, please make sure that your comment has your local congregation and your name, because that is how you are going to represent your local congregation or extension at the segment where you at. So there's going to be, Brother Lance is actually making a trophy.
Yes. There will be a traveling trophy. I think we're trying to do one local congregation every month for the winner. So there will be a traveling trophy. It's currently being designed in my little 3D printer next to me right here. I have to do some CAD modeling before we can get it out, but by the end of this month, there will be a traveling trophy that will be going out to each local congregation. So it is your bragging rights, or it's a friendly competition to be able to be the top one local congregation for that month, or you can even be the next month, or the next month, or the next month. If your local congregation is eager in commenting in our YouTube live box. And if all the brethren is participating also in your local congregation, then all the more the chances are higher for you. So don't forget to answer our questionnaire of the day or even comment in our YouTube live box. So that'll be traveling next month. So wait for something to come in your mail or to your probably
Yeah.
minister.
That's right, Brother Lance. Actually, some of our viewers and listeners are already doing a great job in our YouTube live chat. So please keep it coming. Let us know what's one small thing you do every day that helps you feel a little healthier. Is it drinking water? Make sure you're using you're drinking your 8 glasses. Is it getting your steps in, or what have you? All right. So let's represent. And then what else? How else can they win some prizes, Sister Abby?
Sorry, I'm reading the comments. um, we have another segment that you can potentially win some prizes is answering our trivia question, which is, did you know? So for this week, you can also put the answer in the YouTube live chat. The question, in addition to our question of the day, but this would be kind of like the question of the week, I guess, is like, how long does it take to form a habit? You give the the range. It can be from one end to another end, or you can give the average. So that's the question or the trivia question. Did you know? So you can put your answer, your name, and your local congregation. We'll filter through the chat, and then we'll announce the first winner in next week's show. So yes, two questions for today.
Very exciting. All right. Actually, we've already some of the winners from last week have already sent me some photos of their them receiving their tote bag prizes, and we still have a bunch of them left. So if you want some limited edition How You Doing merch, take advantage. All right. It's so easy to win. You just gotta follow the criteria. All right. So while we wait for more questions, for more questions or more answers, I'm also reading the YouTube live chat, and I'm like, okay, let's see if someone deviates from the norm and says the correct answer. All right. So while we wait for that, Brother Christian, what are we talking about today again?
Right. Our main topic for today.
We're all so distracted. We gotta focus.
Guys, it's been a crazy 2 weeks. We just gotta lock in, okay? That's how we're doing. Well, our main topic for today is health isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle. So we're gonna be discussing living a healthy lifestyle, and we all know that health is not a final destination. It is not some final goal or a finish line that you cross and that's it. It's more likely like a lifestyle and something that you should build into your daily routines, and like eventually it becomes part of who you are. And we're not going to discuss like extreme diets or giving up your favorite food, or even I can't give up my favorite food, but even about or even going to 2-hour-long gym sessions, because I can't even last 30 minutes in the gym without huffing and puffing. So that's it. But having a healthy lifestyle is about balance, finding what works for you, and making small sustainable choices that will add up over time. So let's start with our question 1. I'll open it to, this is for everyone, I guess. So what comes to mind when you hear your health is a lifestyle, not a destination? Okay, so let the Miko go.
So if you couldn't see, I raised my hand. Health is a lifestyle, not a destination. It's more about the choices that you make during the day, right? It's not just like one thing that you do. It's your choice, right? What do you go left or do you go right? Do you did you eat this really, really juicy piece of burger with fries and, and ghost pepper ranch and soda?
Why are we talking about
Or
food? I haven't eaten yet.
Sounds like a meal for
you,
me.
maybe instead of eating the whole thing, maybe you'll eat half and then have a salad and then drink lots of water, right? So it's the conscious decisions that we make that make up a healthier lifestyle. And it's not just like, okay, you reach your goal and you're done, right? So it's an ongoing thing. That's what I mean. Also, a burger sounds really good right now.
You know, for me, if I put some kind of green to whatever unhealthy food I'm eating, then that's my lifestyle. I call it healthy. But don't do that. That's not that's not exactly what we meant. But what about you, Abby? What comes to your mind whenever you hear that phrase?
I mean, it's something that you do like every day. It becomes kind of like your routine, a habit. So like we instead of drinking water, I mean not instead of drink water instead of like drinking soda. Or, you can have the soda, but drink in moderation. There's like because if you consistently make, I don't want to say bad choices, but I guess poor choices in regards to your food consumption, your drinking, or not moving as much, it will affect your lifestyle or affect your health. Like you shouldn't, like when you get home from school or work, even though you're tired, you should, like try to make it a point to go on a walk or do at least 30 minutes of exercise, that it becomes like a routine, and then you'll get stronger, then your body gets stronger, and you won't feel as tired or as winded or as quote unquote weak.
I just wanted to read one comment from the YouTube, from the live chat. It says from Sister Riza Katindig, it says, I drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of salt every morning. So I don't know if you've ever actually done that. Like, if you guys have ever added salt to your water in the morning, or not in the morning, but like in general, like when you drink water. There's actually health benefits to adding salt. But there's more health benefits if you add pink salt. So for us, it gives you like extra electrolytes because it is salt. You're adding salt to your water, but just a little hack that you could do.
Yeah, I mean, whatever makes you drink more water. Like for me, I have trouble drinking just plain water. So I do add like a little bit of flavoring to force myself to drink water. So it's variety, like it won't taste like water. You have a little bit of sweetness or a little bit of saltiness, and it just kind of, changes us up.
See,
Brother Christian and I are laughing because what if I'm naturally salty? Anyways, so I don't need to add salt into my water.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about adding flavors to my water. Maybe that could be our next topic.
When Sister Abby says that she adds flavors to her water, she's just talking about coffee in general.
You can tell I still have my morning coffee.
Honestly, it's whatever gets you to hydrate more, right? If you want a little, they have containers for water where you can add some fruits in it if you want it to taste a little fruity, but still have just, like with natural sugars. Or if you're like me and Brother Lance, I love plain water. I think it's so refreshing to not taste anything.
Yeah.
Aside from like the water, right?
It has to be room temperature. Not, I know people like fridge water or like the fridge freezer temperature. I do not like anything.
Can't chug
Yeah.
cold water. It hurts. It physically hurts. So yes, I totally agree about room temperature water. You can drink about as much as you'd like.
You
That
guys are weird. You guys are weird because I can chug cold water like that. Maybe that's just me.
You don't get brain freeze?
I don't. I actually like it when it's like frozen, like it's really cold.
I can't. I mean,
Uh,
a little cool is fine. That makes it even more refreshing, but I can't chug really cold water. I don't know. Let us know in the YouTube live chat. Can you chug freezing cold water? But
I guess
I
That would
digress.
be a great question.
well, we've cleared up about like or like talked about what that phrase means to us, right? And we live in a busy city. So what are some simple ways that people can start making health be part of their everyday life?
Ooh, I can answer some of them. Well, maybe getting your steps in, right? Oh, I love it. Sister Mariah said, similarly, a phone reminder to stand up and walk, right? Maybe park a little further down the street so you can get a bit more steps in. Maybe take the stairs instead of the escalator when you're taking the train. I've been doing that a lot recently. Or just walk up the escalator instead of just standing and waiting. These are really small ways that you can get yourself moving. Maybe instead of drinking that soda, you can pick up a bottled water instead. Um, 1 can of soda is like 26 grams of sugar.
It's like a bunch of packet of sugar, basically.
So it's a lot. Yeah, well, for me, those are some simple ways that you can make healthier choices. What about everyone else?
Yeah, in New York City, it's easy for you to just walk here and there, but like up here in upstate, we don't get the much, or like in the New England area, we don't get as much luxury of being able to walk to places. Since not a lot of the cities here is walkable cities as per New York City. So for our listeners and viewers, you might think New York is just all New York City, but there is part of regions where there is called upstate New York, where it's more naturey, but the problem is places are far apart from each other, so you have to drive to places. So you don't get as much walking as in New York City as the ones you see in YouTube, where New York City is busy and bustling. Up here in upstate, there's less walking and more driving to places, so it's very hard to get into a rhythm of that. But for us in our local congregation, we've been doing this challenge called Step Up. It's like an app to count your steps, and we've been doing this since last week or 2 weeks ago. And everyone in the local congregation is kind of challenging each other because one sister or one brother will get 10,000 steps a day, and it will push the other people to go also beat that kind of steps. So that's at least one habit for us that we're trying to get into, especially in the summer months or the hotter months here in upstate. We try to go to the local parks since that's where you can really just walk around and be able to go for a few miles of walking, or if you want to run or jog, then the trails are also there for you. So it's a little bit harder for us to get into more habit of walking, but as much as possible, we're pushing everyone to do walking through a simple challenge like having that app.
It's really crazy that a simple thing such as walking is already part of our everyday life, but we don't really realize or take into account how much that can really benefit our health in a way. Like, even if it's just walking, like you said, like walking around in the city, just like if you want to go sightseeing, or like you want to go, I don't know, window shop for food, visit there's so many restaurants in the city, so you can go check out each one, and then those are counting your steps in. So really getting your steps in is a really good way to make your health start making health be part of your everyday life. I guess for me, in a sense, like even just rather than driving, sometimes I would consider walking to the bus stop, or like I guess my walk from the train station to campus is a little already it's already far. So that's getting my steps in right there. I don't know, Ate Abby, did you want to add anything in terms of that
Yeah, I mean, like with getting your steps in, like I know when I used to live in New York, I walked a lot, and you know, when I had to park, and I used to live in Flushing, and I had to park like a couple blocks because of, street sweeping and all that, like parking situation. I noticed that I was a little bit more healthier because I was walking more. And then like when I was at college, it was a big campus. So I was like walking to classes that would take me like 10 to 15 minutes. But now since in New England, I don't really walk as much because I have to get in my car to go somewhere like with Brother Lance in upstate. So, fit trackers, like I have a watch that counts my steps and it actually reminds me to get up and move. And it kind of gives me a goal to say like, oh, I haven't been moving for X amount of minutes. Let me get up and walk. At my work, there's a parking lot that's actually, if you walk, I think 3 or 4 times, it's a mile. So people do that on breaks. So, or do you take the stairs instead of taking the elevator to go up and down stairs? So you find things that kind of work within your busy day, your busy schedule to incorporate, exercise. Like it doesn't have to be a set time after work. Sometimes you can, move while you're going to down the hall to your to see whatever, or go up the stairs, or even just on your after lunch, you have a 30-minute break, take 15 minutes for lunch, and then take the other 15 of walking around on your breaks or whatnot. So you can like slowly include these little changes in your workday if you don't have time, or you're, kind of a little tired after work.
And that's the great thing about our program, How You Doing, right? So this whole season, right, in the next episodes of our program, we're going to learn how to do all of these things, right? So you might say, I work in an office. I'm literally sitting on a chair for 8 hours in a day. How can I, like, when it gets busy, you don't have a chance to like stand up or stuff like that. Sister Noemi Santa Ana says, when sitting in the chair, make simple exercises in 10 minutes. We are going to give you simple exercises that you can do to get yourself moving while you're sitting down in your office chair, so that you can multitask while you're working. Maybe we'll have some professionals like physical therapists be on our show so that they can give you tips. We'll have topics about, how to make healthy choices and, food, healthy food choices on a budget, right? All these different ways that we can really, that can really help us, form a healthier habit, a healthier lifestyle, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that anyone wants to add before we ask everyone what they're doing?
I mean, don't get frustrated with like the big picture. It's always little steps by little steps, and we're here on the journey together. This is why our kind of like what our program is about. It's like it's not big changes to see results in like a week or whatnot. It does take time. So we're on this journey together. So share with us your little changes of trying to be healthy, and maybe we can see some progress throughout our show or our season.
Yes, that's right. Very, very exciting. Now you also have a chance to let us know how you're injecting healthy into your lifestyle. How can they do that, Sister Abby?
So, I mean, here's another segment. We are, I guess, giving you a challenge, our viewers and listeners, that send to us a video or a photo with a caption or whatnot of one small lifestyle change that you would like to work on this week to feel better. So you can, we made an example about, here's my 8 glass of water today, or I did 10,000 steps today, or those little things, like I ate a salad for lunch, like simple things, like we're celebrating simple victories, and you can send to us on a Google form that will send out or will show that and you can submit your stuff to us, and we'll feature it on our next show, and then we'll celebrate along with you.
That's right. You can, for those who do the steps, you can take a screenshot of your app, and then that says that you had this many steps. You can take a picture of your salad. Doesn't necessarily have to be you, right? Although it would be great if you can show us like a video or a photo of you and your family going on a hike, going on a walk, maybe playing pickleball together. I think that would be really nice to see and encourage everyone to do the same. Maybe I'll take some snapshots of me in the gym because I've been going to the gym a lot. Yay! Great job, me.
Well, make sure you are working out. Don't just walk into a gym and take a picture, or don't just take a picture of your
Let's all
salad.
be true to ourselves.
Make sure you are eating that salad. So if you are taking that picture, make sure it is a progress that you are making, not just for the show. I mean, I guess it can be just for the show for the beginning, but make that change to make it a healthier lifestyle as you progress. But yeah, as more as we push for each other's to change a better lifestyle, it's also for your own good, so that when you visit your doctor, you get a A+ approval for them rather than you getting scolded. So make sure you do keep up with this lifestyle, especially if you're probably getting in your older age. Then there's more complication, right, Sister Abby? Uh, there's tend to be more complication as you get older. So if you can
Yes.
think that having a healthy lifestyle even now in your early 20s or your teenage years, then you'll carry that habit throughout your years. So keep on moving forward with that healthy lifestyle. And if you are starting, don't give up right away. I guess we'll tell you next week what's the average lifespan of maintaining that habit.
Yeah, so you have some good answers. So don't forget to include your name and your local congregation along with your answers. But we can, read some greetings. There was, where is this? Oh, what happened to it? Okay, I know there was a birthday, Brother Warren Sabino. Happy belated birthday. Sister Rewa says hydration with spiritual exercise, working for the Lord, and physical exercise contribute to the best health for me. Very well said. And Brother Rainier said health is built in quiet routines, meals, movements, mindset, and rest. And what else? We have Sister Evelyn, happy Saturday po, Long Island City. And Sister Lani says planning your meals helps her to be a little healthier. I am able to avoid unhealthy food if I prepare the food that I will eat. Yes, meal planning or planning your meals so you don't, eat while or shop while you're hungry or make poor choices. And for those who would like to submit their submissions for the prompt for this week on how you doing, it would be bit.ly/NYK what you doing. Okay. And if you have any of our, contact information, if that was too quick for you, you can send it to us. And then if you have friends outside the district or whatnot, you can they can share it to you, and then you can forward it to us. But again, the link is bit.ly/NYK what you doing without the G.
That's right. What you doing? Okay, thank you so much. What are we? Oh, here.
It's time for us to close our show.
Yes,
What
it's
are we
time.
doing? What are we doing?
It's at that. Sister Mika's just like confused this whole time.
We're getting used to our format. Please bear with us.
We're doing great. But before I read the final remarks, just a quick shout out to Sister Sandy Ramos and Brother Harry Davis, because they said they love cold water too. And cold water fam, that's good. That's it for our show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, thank you so much to the Church Administration for giving us a platform to share and speak about important topics like these. And greetings to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our current Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranyo Manalo. Also greetings to our INCRadio station manager, Brother Wally Tarai, and our executive producer, Kuya Manly Andaya.
And also, we would like to greet our District Minister, Brother Sheridan Santos, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Neil Patrick Omeda, and our CFO Advisor, Brother Jason Flores. And remember, health isn't about being perfect. It's about those small, everyday choices that add up. So give up yourself grace, stay consistent, and keep finding that balance. Until the next time, don't forget to catch us again on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Philippine time, right here on How You Doing. How you doing? You gotta get Brother Vince's voice in here. How you doing?
And happy birthday to those who celebrated.
Nakikinig kayo sa Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, DZEM 954, ang tinig ng katotohanan.
Pakabanalin mo sila sa katotohanan. Ang salita mo ay katotohanan. CEBS, Christian Era Broadcasting Service, DZEM 954, Tinig ng Katotohanan. Sumasahimpapawid mula sa Quezon City.